So next, what we're going to do is we're going to be able to retrieve the data that we have added into our document. To do that, let's go ahead and change a few things in our activity main XML there, because we want to add another button that says show data. In fact, I'm going to come down here and copy this. I'm going to paste it in there. This is going to be save, actually it's going to be show data. Okay, I'm going to show data text, extract, show data, like that. So we should have a button there that says show data. And at the bottom here, I'm just going to add a text view. I'm going to say text view. I'm going to say wrap content, give ID. This is going to be, I'm going to call this received, so rec title, like that. And then I'm going to create another one, text view, wrap content. ID is going to be rec, it's going to be rec thought, like this, okay? So we have two of them right now, 1 and 2. Very good. So let's go back to our main activity here. And I'm not going to make the same mistake I made before. I need to create these and then I will instantiate them. So text view, we have 2. I'm just going to rec title for recorded and rec thought. And here, let's go ahead and fetch those. So rec thought, find by r.id.rec thought, rec title, find by r.id.rec title. There we go. Very good. So what we're going to do next is, in fact, let's get the other button as well. So we say save button. Let's add another. We say show button. Ahead and say show button, find by r.id, show data. Very good. So when show data is invoked, set on click listener, new on click listener, want to go ahead and retrieve all the information. In order for us to retrieve the information, of course, we need to find a reference to our data collection. You notice here what we did, we say database.collection, and we went to journal, went to document, and then we set the data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract all of this, the actual path, right, to our document, and then I'm going to invoke it here. So I'm going to go at the top here. I'm going to say private document reference. Make sure that it is indeed a Firestore document as such. I'm going to say journal ref for reference, and then I can say db dot document, and the name of the document we said has to be, of course, the path that we created below here. So I'm going to say db dot collection, and I'm going to pass the collection name. So collection path here, it's going to be what? This one here, right? So we're just extracting here so we can put in one variable, and then I'm going to go ahead and say enter dot document name that we added for our path here is first thoughts. Very good. Gonna put it there. There we go. So we have our reference here. So now we can use this reference. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this, and I can delete all of this. Say John reference dot document like this. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just go ahead and actually just go straight to say dot set. And there we go. So now every time we want to get this reference here, we just call the journal, journal reference like that. Let's change to make it all consistent. There we go. So we just call the journal reference, set data, or journal reference, whatever else we want to do. All right. So that is a very convenient way. Now, the other way we could have done this to simplify our code here, we could have done the following. I'm going to copy this and comment all of this out. We could have just gotten rid of all of this and call everything directly. So I would say db.document straight like that, and I'm passing journal and / and then I would put first thoughts like that. This would have also worked fine, because at this point here, what we're doing, we're calling the document path, and we're saying the collection is going to be under journal and the document is first thoughts, like that. So this is the fastest way to create that. So you can use this format, or we can use this other one here. Now, I kind of like, because I am teaching you how to do this, I like this way much better. It's very visual and we know exactly what we're doing. So we are going to collection, which is named journal. We go in, probe in, get document, which is first thoughts, like that. So this is my preferred way, but either way works. So as you see, like I said before, we're now just using the journal reference, and here we go. So what we need to do here is now we are going to use the onClick for our show button. So what we're going to do here is to retrieve the data from our collection, right? From this collection here. How do we do that? So here I'm going to use the journal reference again, .get. Notice here we said set, because we want to pass data to set things. You want to get, you just use the get, right? And at this point here, I'm going to also go ahead and pass the add on success listener, pass the new on success listener. And while I'm here, I'm going to say pass add on failure listener, new on failure, like that. Very good. Make sure that we have a semicolon. If we fail, I'm going to put log D, pass that tag we have there. I'm going to just pass e.toString, right? Now, if all goes well here, then we are ready to go. Notice that we have this document snapshot object that we're getting. So this is the actual information that we need, meaning we have the snapshot of our collection there. Okay. So first of all, we are going to check if this document snapshot exists. So I'm going to say document snapshot.exists. There is a helper method there. If that's true, then we're going to go ahead and do things. Else, we can go ahead and say toast no data exists. All right, so if we have something, if document actually exists, then we need to retrieve it. Now, to retrieve it, if you remember, we have put everything inside of a key. So all of these items have the thought key and the title key, and we've created that already as public static keys at the top here. So we're going to use them. Now, how do we do that? Well, first of all, we're going to retrieve them as strings. So I'm going to say string title is equal to what? Document snapshot.get string, because that's what we're going to get. And we have to pass the string field, right? In this case here, it's going to be what field? This title field. How do we get that? Well, we just have our key that we created earlier, title, like that. Okay. Do the same. String thought is equal to document get string. I'm going to pass our key thought, like that. So this is very handy to create all of those static instance variables, because we wouldn't want to always have to code or write ourselves, because we could make mistake and then it's just a mess. So now we have our title and then we have our thought in our string here. We're getting all of that from our document snapshot. All right, very good. So at this point here, all we need to do is just put all inside our text view. So I'm going to say text view title.set text is going to be title, like that, and rec thought is going to be thought. Okay, let's make sure here I made a mistake. Rec thought, it has to be rec title, like that. Okay, let's go ahead and save this and run. There we go. We have show data here. Let's go ahead and see if this works. So that means if we hit show data, we should see something showing at the bottom here. And there we go. My first thought, I'm human after all. I make stupid mistakes. Sorry. That looks very good. How about make it a little bit bigger so we can actually see this text here? I'm going to say size. I'm going to make it about 28 SP. Copy this. Add to this size as well. Let's go ahead and just refresh that. Okay, let's show data again. My first thought, I'm human after all. I make stupid mistakes. Sorry. Very good. So it's working. We're able now to retrieve the data from our document, from our collection.